Why hasn't there been a Beast Wars game?
A Beast Wars game?
Yeah.
There have been some. They were consoles.
Fine. I gather a lot of people like Beast Wars.
They are. I mean, they were one of the big ones. They were 90s. Yeah.
I need a video game where I play as a Tyrannosaurus on rocket skates. How has that not been made into a game yet?
There were two.
Oh, two.
There have been two Beast Wars video games. You had one was PlayStation. Tells you how old it is. PlayStation,
I've been impressed to look at the polygons, and by polygons I mean polygon. On PS1, email goes on.
And the other one was Transformers. Oh, I remember that one. Transformers Beast Wars Transmetals.
Transporting true transport.
It was a PlayStation version, and there was a Nintendo 64 version.
They're the same generation.
Neither of them did well commercially, and they were panned by critics and fans alike.
I love the 64 games.
However, the second game is memorable for having most of the cast members from the show reprise their roles.
Which is rare.
There was a third game in the works with PS2, but it was scrapped in pre-production.
May have looked better on the PS2.
So yeah, there have been three, but two technically.
We need a Beast Wars game.
Beast Wars is an amazing program.
I like what's his name? The spider. The psychotic spider who wants to eat people.
He's an amazing character.
It's like, it's got dark for a kids show about wanting to eat people. Or eat Transformers. And then you get a Tyrannosaurus Rex on rocket-powered roller skates. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that was the Transmetal series.
Just became awesome. And
yeah, 96. Transformers Beast Wars, or Beast Wars Transformers, as it's actually known. It is 96 it started. So it's the program a lot of people grew up with. I remember watching it as a cartoon.
With its fantastic animation. In that very 90s CG kind of way.
It is very 90s CG.
Like,
what I love about it, though,
this used to be impressive.
What is great about the whole franchise of Beast Wars. Beast Wars ran for 3 seasons, and then Beast Machines, which directly followed it, that ran for, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, 2 seasons, yeah. That's great, but particularly Beast Wars more than Beast Machines, I'd say in a lot of ways, is great storytelling. It's got great character arcs, really good characters for it, and it helps sort of cement some people as the voices of certain characters as well, which we were talking about. So Gary Chalk, as the voice of Optimus Primal, returned to the role of Optimus Prime in the Unicron trilogy, and you had David Kaye, who's the voice of Megatron in Beast Wars, and again he returned to the role for the Unicron trilogy again, so because so many people sort of grew up with him as the voice. And David Kaye, really interestingly enough, is one of the only actors to have voiced both Optimus Prime and Megatron, because he was the voice of Optimus Prime in Transformers Animated.
The more you know.
And I'm trying to remember who voiced Megatron in Transformers Animated. Was it Frank Welker? Might have been. I know it was Tom Kenny voiced Starscream in Transformers Animated. Corey Burton.
Brainiac.
Yeah, Corey Burton voiced Megatron.
I love it.
Transformers Animated is another great cartoon series of Transformers. Great storytelling, it's really good. It's angled a little bit more towards kids, but it's a great one.
It's a franchise about robots fighting each other because it's angled towards kids. Who do you think buys? I just lie. Who do you think buys toys? 30-year-old buy toys, but
need to supply these side terminals with their energon power cells.
You gotta count how many times Starscream says the word fool.
Yeah, this is the one of the issues I have with this game a little bit. The script is a little bit.
Yeah, Starscream.
Yeah, I understand that, but there is some depth to all these characters.
I'm not expecting. Really, it's giant robots fighting each other. I'm not expecting.
They have characters, much as people might go with you were just saying. They're giant robots fighting each other. They have character. They have individual personality.
Silence!
I can't remember much about the second game, except for Grimlock, who's awesome, because he's Grimlock. And stomping around all the evil Decepticons. Or was it the Insecticons you fight as Grimlock? I think it's the Insecticons you fight as Grimlock in the second game.
In Fall of Cybertron, yeah, it's Insecticons.
Yeah. That was fun. Because Grimlock is awesome. He's a robot dinosaur, what is it not to like?
Grimlock is awesome.
He didn't talk in the film. That film I haven't seen, but I heard he didn't talk in it.
You're correct, he doesn't talk in the film.
Why?
To be fair, he's not named in the film either.
It's just if in the script he's called Grimlock, but never
In the script he's called Grimlock. And the franchise and all everything, he's called Grimlock. In the film, he's not called anything. Or maybe once he's referred to as Grimlock. I think Prime might refer to him as Grimlock once, but otherwise, none of the Dinobots are referred to by name. I know he's in the new one.
Is he?
Yeah, Grimlock appears in the last night. I've seen the trailer. You see him in the trailer, some of the trailers. I've not yet seen.
I was watching Betrayer as Randy Hopkins, and I just started facepalming.
I've yet to see it. I probably will at some point.
When heavily drunk and stated. To not get too angry.
No, it's one of those horrible things where you're a fan and you'll go along to watch it, even though you're expecting it to be bad, to then say, well, I've seen it now, because I can actually talk about it. It's like why I read 50 Shades of Grey. Not because I expected it to be good, because then I can talk about it having read it, so I know what I'm not talking about.
That'd be fun when you see it. Did you see it? Yes.
Well, it's like the situation...
Not good. Not good, I take it. No.
It's like the situation of people who complain about something, like a film or a TV show, and goes, so what didn't you like about it? Well, I've not seen it. It's just everything I've heard about it.
It's like the trailer on Fundamentals. I just like the trailer.
I mean, that's fine, but it's the thing of talking about it and then addressing the matters so matter-of-factly.
You see, the trailer's usually meant to make you excited for the film.
I mean, you can watch a trailer and think, no, that doesn't do anything for me, and then fine. But then to attack it so adamantly...
People like things to hate.
I know people like things to hate. I'm well aware of that. I've been like that for a while.
Michael Bay's an easy target.
Use Dark Energon and corrupt the machine.
I love that line. I've had enough of your readings. I'm right. Your readings are wrong. I'm sure that's fine. Starscream approach. Blow it up. If that doesn't work.
What I was afraid of. Cybertron is trying to purge itself.
Holy shit, it's Hardak.
What contamination?
He means us, you idiot.
Oh, idiot there. He's an idiot, not a fool. He's branching out his vocabulary.
Destroy this nuisance.
Boss fight.
I do like the design of Starscream in Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah.
And War for Cybertron. I like the design. It's the old Tetra Jets design.
I like him. I like all Transformers in the sequel because they're a bit more colourful and easy to tell apart. In this one, they are all kind of grey.
Not just colourful, I mean the overall shape design, the actual design of the vehicles and everything.
I think they're pretty much the same, just like more colourful in the sequel.
They've actually got toys for this one as well.
Okay.
The War for Cybertron one, some of them actually got toys. So Megatron got a toy, Starscream did, Prime, Bumblebee.
Yes, Bumblebee. Sorry.
Grimlock got one when they did Fall of Cybertron. He got a toy. So did Sideswipe, Shockwave. The Combaticons did as well. That was a combiner. Wasn't a great one. Suffered from gorilla arms quite badly.
Alright. Right, down to toy reviews now.
I have the toys. I like toys. I like the Transformers toys. They're the only toys I still buy.
Well, not Lego. I don't know. He saw the price of Lego and refused to on principle.
Lego's a different one.
Lego is expensive. I
do buy Lego occasionally. I'm more likely to buy a Transformer thing than a Lego thing.
The price of it alone makes me refuse to buy Lego.
Occasionally I might buy a Lego, but it depends on what the Lego set is. And if it's on offer.
Yeah, it needs to be an offer.
To be fair, Transformer stuff is incredibly expensive these days as well. It's a rarity.
I would say they are quite... I assume they're quite intricate toys. In fact, they transform.
They're not as intricate as they used to be.
They're not as good as they used to be.
The design, what they've done because they try and make them appeal to a younger audience now, is they make the transformation sequences simpler. So it used to have a situation where it was like a 30-stage Transformer step.
It took 2 days to get the toy to figure out how to transform it.
What they do now is 10, maybe 15 at most. The idea is that as they get some of the toys get larger, they get more complicated. So like a leader class is more complicated than a deluxe, which is one of the smaller ones, and things like that. And the Legends class is really simple. That's like 5 stages. A leader class might be like 20 steps, but it really does vary. I mean, some of them, A step might just be sort of like just turning a hand. What I do tend to do is the figures I tend to buy are because I like the characters. So the ones I've got here in my flat, I have the entirety of the Combaticon team from the Combiner Wars series, who are awesome. I love them as characters. I love their team. They've also just announced some of the new ones. I think it was part of Comic-Con. They've announced what they're going to be releasing in the next year or so as part of the next wave. And there are some great teams coming up who haven't had toys since the 80s. They're coming out to release them in the Combiner team, so I'm very excited for them. Like the Terracons are getting toys. The Terracons are actually getting toys, proper ones with some good articulation. I sometimes wonder whether Sean regrets doing Transformers, because it's the whole thing of I am such a Transformers fanboy.
We all need something to be excited about.
Yes, we do.
Yours is Transformers, mine's the impending end of the world.
You're not excited about that.
This is a really old school Fury boss. Like something you would find Sonic the Hedgehog.
What is?
Transformers meet Dr. Eggman, that needs to happen. Crossover now.
Fan fiction wise, it's definitely happened, I'm sure.
But it has to happen in comic books, giving some crossovers I find in comic books. No, Batman's teamed up with Elmer Fudd.
What?
Yeah, that was recently that happened.
Who teamed up with Elmer Fudd?
Batman.
Okay, I thought you said that.
Like what?
To the surface, Decepticons!
So we got my favourite line where he goes, back to my orbital station, and Megatron just comes on. Your orbital station.
The Dark Energon!
It's not easy to control the thing. Oh god. Starscream's drunk, which we established can happen last week.
Yes. Can become inebriated.
He's drunk. Never drunk and fly, kids, Starscream says. Starscream uses his own PSA channel to give kids good advice. I can imagine Starscream doing that.
The Energon bridge is activating! Incredible. The Energon bridge is active once more.
Quiet!
I'm sure they just said that.
Moment of glory. Soon, my orbital station will be at full power.
Your orbital station, Starscream. Surely you mean mine. I see you have finally succeeded in the simple task I gave you. Perhaps you're not as worthless as I thought. Report back to base at once.
You know, giant purple laser. It makes everything more awesome.
All systems online. Dark Energon, manufacturing at optimal efficiency.
Now I can introduce
Soundwave.
into the
I like
planet's
Soundwave's
core.
voice.
And as it spreads throughout
Auto-tuned.
Cybertron, my power shall travel with it.
Entrance to the planet core is heavily shielded behind the Omega Gate.
I will acquire the key. We launch a full-scale assault on Iacon immediately. And wipe Zeta Prime and his pathetic Autobots off the face of the planet.
Ooh.
Megatron doesn't think small.
No, he thinks big.
He thinks like, oh, we'll destroy everything.
A little simplistically, I'll admit,
I
in
like
this game,
Megatron.
but still, he thinks big.
Well, we all need sometimes a simple just kill 'em all strategy.
Yes, but Megatron is a man with a nuance, and he does have a strat. And the thing is, he is a strategist. He's very good at strategy. He's not a man who just goes in with I'll kill them all, and that's
Right.
it. He'll have a plan.
He may have a plan. Don't know. He might be a part of a multi-stage masterpiece of planning, deception,
It doesn't come across.
and kicking Starscream in the gonads a couple of times just for good. That's the Decepticon good luck charm.
It doesn't come across.
All right. I disapprove this Megatron.
I can't say I totally approve. I
Worst
don't know.
Megatron ever. Or is the film version of Megatron?
Don't.
Oh, I touched the nerve that it's voiced by Hugo Weaving.
I know it's voiced by Hugo Weaving.
Megatron, the films are.
Except when he's Galvatron, then it's back to
I
Frank
thought-
Welker.
I thought Galvatron was Galvatron was always voiced by someone. He was
Different.
voiced by Leonard Nimoy originally in the film.
Only in the film. In the TV series, it's Frank Welker again.
Oh, I think about Frank Welker.
He does it differently. He does do a different voice than he did for Megatron, but it is Frank Welker returning to the role
It's Galvatron.
as Galvatron. Yeah.
Oh well. Next week we attack Icon. It's gonna get, I'll say bloody, but Transformers don't really bleed. They're robots.
Violent.
Violent, yeah. Basically, like, a couple of kids are gonna really wreck some Transformers toys. That's what's about to happen. Never let young kids have Transformers toys.
That's why I don't let my nephews near them.
No! Not near them. They'll break them. He's protective.
They did break Transformers. They broke our
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear!
Ironically, it's one of the few toys I bought presents for them, and they broke. The thing is, they bought them for them, and then every time they wanted to transform them, they would come up to me and says, "Can you turn it into a car?" 5 minutes later, "Can you turn it into a robot?" 5 minutes later, "Can you turn it into a car?"
That would have made the TV series a lot slower. That TV series. Optimus, we can't transform. Why? We don't know how to.
We're waiting for a large figure to come and do it for us.
He'll turn, then we can transform, and then we can roll out.
But then we need to transform us back into a robot.
Oh dear. I feel there needs to be a sketch somewhere.
Somewhere. I'm not sure it's a terribly good sketch, though.
Someone called Robot Chicken.